How's it flying, guys? Lance Corp Hawk 30 here. And, well, welcome back to another Fat Files episode. Yeah, still playing catch-up. And I probably would have had more videos. I'm just going to stop making excuses for why I'm late so often. Just because, like, it's the same reasons. One, procrastination. B, I just want to lay back and relax after work anymore. I barely want to get out. Which you would think would mean more time for videos, which, yeah, technically, but just, again, that procrastination spirit got a hold on me. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any more time. Burger King versus McDonald's patty rivalry. And before we get into this, you know what? I'm not even going to say which one I prefer. Because really, I think it depends on what mood I'm in. They're both not good for you. But I'm curious to see what this video in particular is about. Like, how in-depth the rivalry goes. But anyways, Burger King versus McDonald's, patty rivalry. You know what? I guarantee at some point, if he's gonna do a Wendy's video at this point. Just all this companies he does, he's gonna do a video on Wendy's eventually. I'm calling it. Anyways, without further ado, link to the original video will be in the description. Please make sure you've seen it before you watch my reaction. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and go.
All right, I'm just going to be honest with you. All of the research for this video started because of a
Always.
meme, and honestly, it could not have went any better. Today we're talking about Burger King.
Memes make the world go round
I've been
anymore.
sent this meme like 10,000 times in the last month. I'm not sure why. It must
Wow.
be viral somewhere. Basically, the United States military has a Burger King that they can deploy anywhere on the planet in like 24 hours. So this piqued my interest for obvious reasons. I mean, nothing says you're outclassed like watching a foreign military drive a Burger King out the back of a cargo plane. Bearing that in mind, I thought to myself, surely this is an incredible business that I should look into because they probably have a really impressive business model, and I was partially correct because it was definitely worth looking into. There is not an impressive business model behind this company, okay? Not only is there not an impressive business model, there's not even really a business model, okay? As far as I can tell,
business model.
Burger King was literally founded to troll McDonald's, and that has pretty much been their only mandate ever since. But first, a word from our sponsor.
You know, I could kind of see it. Like, the earliest memories I have of Burger King were them trying to have their own mascots for kids, you know, like how Ronald McDonald, like McDonald's had Ronald McDonald, the burger guy, the Hamburglar, Grimace, and etc. And they still have those characters, but in the 90s, I remember the cool kids. The Burger King kids. You know, anybody that grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. You know, that one kid with the big giant sunglasses, wraparound sunglasses, backwards cap, and the blue jumpsuit. I think that's what he was wearing. I wonder if he'll bring that up. And the one kid in a wheelchair and stuff like that. Anyways, he'll probably bring it up.
Delete me.
What is the coloration on that thing?
Yeah, delete me.
You were hired for one ad only. You're done.
Tinnitus. Also, is that an unsubscribed podcast skin on that gun that she has?
There can only be one.
Do something.
You're on your own. His boobs are bigger, and he just made a Star Wars Highlander reference. Anyways, delete me. Biggest sponsor of the channel. You guys know the deal by now. You give them money, they make sure the data brokers on the internet are not selling your personal information. These data brokers are legally required to stop selling your information if you ask them to the right way. Unfortunately, each data broker has a different right way. And Delete Me knows all of them. Not only do they go and they get all that information taken down, they continue to monitor all these data brokers in case they get your information again.
You want to know what the only permanent right way is for these data brokers? Go to where they're at.
You can actually do all that yourself. I mean,
Shut
yeah,
up.
you could. You could also wire your own house and grow your own food, but at some point it becomes more cost and time effective to just let the professionals do their job, and plus, they'll probably do a better job to begin with. I mean, here's the results they got for me. They reviewed over 18,000 listings from over 180 different data brokers and gotten over 3,000 listings removed almost every single month. And to be honest, I have absolutely no idea how long that would have taken me to do it if I decided to do it myself,
Ages.
but I'm 100%
It would take
sure
me
I would
forever.
rather just pay Delete Me like $6
'Cause I would keep putting it off.
do it for me. So if you're like me and you wanted to give Delete Me a try, I'm gonna have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins in 1954 when the founders of Burger King, Keith Kramer and Matthew Burns, went out to San.
Wait, how far?
1954 when the founders
54.
of Burger King, Keith Kramer and Matthew Burns, went out to San Bernardino, California, and ate at the very first McDonald's. And they're like, "Holy shit! What a brilliant business model! They're selling cheap hamburgers through a drive-thru, just maximizing profits. It'd be a really good idea if we stole this exact business model and then took it over to the East Coast and started it in Jacksonville, Florida." They got a piece of equipment.
Really? Really, Jacksonville is the origin of Burger King, destination-wise. Interesting.
Insta broiler that they thought was going to be a faster and more efficient way to cook hamburgers, and opened up their very first Insta Burger King. And just like McDonald's, it was very successful right out of the gate. They rapidly started opening up new franchises all over the country. Now, the way they did franchises in the beginning was, well, it was kind of fucking stupid, to be honest with you. The way they did it was they would basically sell the rights to a district or a region of the United States to a franchisee, and that franchisee could then put up as many Burger Kings in that area as they wanted, and there was really no rules whatsoever. And what this meant was it was a restaurant and it said Burger King on the outside, but if you went to a different district where a franchisee ran their business completely differently, you were going to a different Burger King, but it was basically a completely different restaurant. The only similarity was that they both sold hamburgers, which kind of makes sense from this eye in the sky point of view, but from a consumer standpoint, it was very confusing.
Confusing, yeah.
For over a decade, they continue to open up franchises all over the United States. The entire company gets bought and sold out on like 3 separate occasions during that initial 10 years. And then in 1967, all 274 Burger King franchises get bought out by Pillsbury for $18 million.
Sir?
I'll get it together. I promise.
I remember this commercial.
And the man from Pillsbury that gets put in charge of Burger King is an executive by the name of Norman Brinker.
You could not, I gotta be honest, if I hadn't just been told that, I probably would not have believed that Pillsbury would be the ones that had bought out Burger King. Yeah, that one's surprising to me.
2 things he does right out of the gate. He standardizes Burger King across the board. We're not going to have any more of this, like, you know, you have this experience in this district and this experience in that district. No, we're going to standardize it. All Burger Kings are going to be relatively the same. That way, when somebody's going from a different location to a different location, they can expect to find the same menu items and have relatively the same experience. And the second thing he does, he kicks off the long-standing Burger King tradition, and quite honestly, as far as I can tell, the only business model they've ever had of shit talking McDonald's, because he launches a major ad campaign basically saying that Burger King is better than McDonald's because Burger King has bigger burgers. So naturally, McDonald's, being a good sport about it, launched a retaliatory ad campaign. No, I'm just kidding. They actually kicked off their long-standing tradition of having frivolous lawsuits against rivals. They tried to sue Burger King and lost, which is honestly a pretty incredible lack of a sense of humor on McDonald's part, considering that their mascot is a clown. So Burger King
yeah, but you know what, I wonder if part of that mindset comes from one of the founders, like the guy that, I can't remember his name right off the bat, the man that bought out McDonald's from its actual creators, because the man was just so freaking greedy, right? And he wanted total control. Right? Just, yeah, I've not heard positive things about the real life person that made McDonald's what it is today, in contrast to what its original founders were doing.
Continues to smack talk McDonald's. McDonald's continues to cry about it. The next big thing that Burger King does is they start landing licensing agreements with big companies like Lucasfilms and Disney. And for my inner child, this is my favorite part, because this is an objective fact that Burger King had the best Happy Meal toys my entire childhood, okay? They start having Happy Meal toys of all the upcoming Disney movies. They start having memorabilia for the Star Wars movies.
That'll save you.
The best Happy Meal toy of all time, the golden Pokemon.
Yes,
card, okay?
I remember that.
When I was like 7, 8 years old, opening up that Pokeball case and thinking that
I don't remember if I think I had at least one of those. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think I did.
the best Happy Meal toy of all
Oh, I
time,
accidentally
the
reversed.
golden Pokemon card, okay? I remember when I was like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah, in the
opening up
90s?
that Pokeball case. And
That was
thinking
massive.
That I was
90s, early
immediately
2000s?
a millionaire like fucking Scrooge McDuck. It was the best toy ever as a child.
The kid had collected them all.
This is brilliant marketing
Okay.
on Burger King's part because let me tell you, as a child, I viewed going to Burger King as an investment opportunity, okay? I was trying to convince my parents to go to Burger King breakfast, lunch, and dinner so I could get more gold and become rich. By the 1980s, Burger King is absolutely losing to McDonald's on the business front, so they have the horrible idea of like, hey, you know what would help if we added a bunch of random shit to the menu to give people more options? Okay, this is a horrible idea. I've said this.
Yeah, I remember in one of your prior videos talking about Chick-fil-A's menu being pretty consistent versus like McDonald's changing up every month or something like that, and other places in general. The only thing that I see on this menu right here that I know stuck was their chicken sandwich. I think they have something fish, but not shaped like that. Yeah, none of the rest of these look familiar.
If we added a bunch of random shit to the menu to give people more options. Okay, this is a horrible idea. I've said this once, I'll say it again because I wholeheartedly believe it. Adding more options is almost never a good thing on the business front, especially in the restaurant industry.
It's a hamburger made out of meat on a bun with nothing. Add ketchup if you want. I couldn't care less.
I mean, look at Chick-fil-A. I did a whole video on that previously.
Yeah,
It is pound
like I
for
just
pound
mentioned.
easily the most effective and profitable fast food chain in the world right now. They've got 1/7 as many locations as McDonald's. They're only open 6 days out of the week as opposed to 7, and each Chick-fil-A outperforms a McDonald's by a factor of like
by a
20.
lot.
And look at what they're doing. They're selling chicken
Hold
so
on, what was that
Chick-fil-A
list?
outperforms a McDonald's.
Okay, so Chick-fil-A's at the top, then McDonald's, then Chipotle, then Wendy's, then Taco Bell, then Burger King down all the way at the 6th. I mean, based on average sales per unit. Yeah, okay, from 2021. All right.
McDonald's by a factor of like 20. And look at what they're doing. They're selling chicken sandwiches. That's it. They've got one fucking menu item and they're wrecking house. Okay, KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Overcomplicating shit almost never works.
Yeah.
I mean, look at German engineering. Oh my God, everything they work on is an engineering marvel. It's so complex. Nobody else could possibly keep up. Keep up at what? Losing fucking world wars? Ask any mechanic on the planet if they want to work on a BMW. They're going to say fuck no because it's an overcomplicated piece of shit. But that's what Burger King does, desperately trying to keep up with McDonald's. Over the course of the next decade, it drives the franchise straight into the ground, and by 1989, they have to end up
Slightly delayed response. I have a Toyota.
selling to some big European conglomerate, Grand Metro, for $5.7 billion. Oh, wait, I almost forgot literally the worst and scariest part of this entire video. In addition to adding a bunch of different items to the menu, one of the items that they added was a bigger version of the Whopper, because McDonald's around this point in time came out with the Quarter Pounder, so Burger King wanted to one-up them, so they came up with the Third Pounder, okay? Not a horrible idea. Bigger is better. Great marketing ploy, okay? What they underestimated
That obviously didn't
was
stick.
how fucking stupid people are. Okay, the 1/3 pounder was a complete flop and nobody could figure out why for the life of them. It was basically the same price as a Quarter Pounder. Literally more hamburger for the same amount of money. So they did a bunch of market research. And what the market research found out was the average person at a glance thought that the Quarter Pounder was the better deal because 4 is a bigger number than 3.
I don't believe you.
A third is more than a quarter. The amount of stupid, and that's... I'm just gonna let it keep on playing.
Okay, do you understand how fucking stupid that is?
It's very
like calling
stupid!
up a pizza place and being like, hey, can you do me a solid? I want to order a large pepperoni pizza, but instead, can you cut it into 12 pieces instead of 10? Because I'm really hungry right now. I swear, every time I think about this, I have an existential crisis, okay? Like, look. All right, look, I'm not saying
me too, man.
I don't like democracy necessarily, but every time I hear shit like this and I know that these people's vote count for as much as my vote does.
You're not wrong.
Fucking, we're just gonna move on.
And that's why we're a republic and not a flat-out democracy, because there's so many stupid people. True democracy is just basically mob rule of the stupid. but we're not going to go into that much deeper.
And this is where we get to the Burger King that we really know today, because Grand Metro has a two-pronged approach on how to turn this company around. Prong one, they're going to expand globally, have Burger Kings all over the world. That part works out really well. The second prong, they're going to double down on historically what has worked for Burger King, primarily continuing to get licensing deals for awesome kids meal toys and shit-talking McDonald's. So we're just going to go ahead and go right down the list of their greatest McDonald's trolls of all time.
Okay,
There's
give me.
their unofficial slogan, why eat with a clown when you could dine with a king?
Oh, man. Oh, man. That's actually a brilliant line right there. That, on credit where it's due, that is a brilliant marketing line. That's funny, too. Boo, just kidding. We still flame grill our burgers.
There's that time that they had a Burger King dress up as a McDonald's for Halloween. Then there's probably one of the best ads I think I've seen in my entire life. There's multiple videos and accounts on the internet of people that have had a McDonald's hamburger for like 25 years, and the thing hasn't aged. It doesn't mold, it doesn't deteriorate. It looks very similar to the day that it was bought. So Burger King, obviously taking a shot at McDonald's with this, made an ad where they showed a Whopper getting moldy and decaying over the course of 34 days. Literally just saying the quiet part out loud, like, is our food good? No, not really, but at least bacteria is willing to eat it, unlike McDonald's. Okay, that's an incredible ad. Literally scientifically proving in like 30 seconds flat that they are healthier than the competition is brilliant. But just for
that is very brilliant. Like, if your stuff still looks the same after 30 days versus another company, that just means there's more preservatives in the thing that looked like it lasted.
I'm absolutely not saying that Burger King is healthy for you, okay? The Bacon King has like 2,100 calories just in the sandwich, okay? I ate one like 3 weeks ago. It felt like my cardiovascular system got shifted into 4 low for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I like the Bacon King once in a while because it seems like I am not a skinny person already. I know this. I know I need to eat better. But when I have one of those, it feels like every time there's always like, after I'm done eating, it's always like, oh, something. There's a little bit of pressure over here. That probably is not good. It goes away, thankfully, but it's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have had a boiga like that.
But it did taste better than a Big Mac, so there was that. Which brings me to my next point. Their burgers are substantially bigger than McDonald's, and they like to prove that in the funniest ways possible, one of which is with one of the most iconic ads of all time, the Tiny Hands ad.
Have a BK double cheeseburger with us.
Nah, I'm gonna hit McDonald's at halftime.
Are you kidding?
I have these tiny hands, and that BK double cheeseburger is so big, it's gonna make them look even tinier.
Then there was that time when the new It movie premiered in Germany. They effectively turned the entire It film into one major advertisement for Burger King.
Never trust a clown.
And while those
okay, that's funny.
At the end of the day, it's just funny marketing. It's not actually trolling the enemy, which they also excel at. So you know how Burger Kings are always like right next to or across the street from a McDonald's? Well, somebody at Burger King got the brilliant idea. They're like, hey, we've got this mobile app. What if we came up with a way to make it so people were incentivized to go to McDonald's to order food from Burger King? They created what they called the Whopper Detour, and basically what they did is they used the GPS tracking inside of the Burger King app, and if you were inside of a McDonald's location while you were ordering on your phone from Burger King, they would only charge you $1 for a Whopper. Effectively driving more business over to Burger King selling cheaper hamburgers, but also giving the illusion that people were walking into McDonald's, standing there for a few minutes, and then leaving empty-handed and dissatisfied before walking next door to Burger King. And my personal favorite
insidious,
happened this year in 2024. What happened was, over in Ireland, there's a small chain of like 100 restaurants called Supermax. And McDonald's has effectively been trying to sue this company because apparently Supermax is infringing upon their trademark of the Big Mac, and they've been taking them to court for a couple of years, and they recently just lost in court, effectively losing their trademark for the Big Mac term in all of the European Union. So Burger King immediately quit selling Whoppers and is now selling not Big Macs at every BK in Europe. And McDonald's can't do a single thing about it because they lost the trademark to the term Big Mac, and it's absolutely beautiful. And while the savagery was pretty uniquely pointed at McDonald's McDonald's in particular for a long time. It's kind of leaked out and now anybody can get it. Ever since Burger King got Twitter, they're just clapping back at everybody online. In 2018, Kanye tweeted that McDonald's was his favorite restaurant, to which BK reposted and just said, "That explains a lot," which is a tweet that has just aged like fine wine. In 2021, on International Women's Day, Burger King tweeted, "Women belong in the kitchen." Now, to their credit, the first comment made immediately after that tweet and pinned by Burger King was explaining how women only account for 20% of chefs and they wanted to get more women involved in the culinary industry. However, people aren't clicking into the comments section and reading the comments once they read that. They're just clicking and immediately getting pissed off and typing something furiously. So once again, Burger King gave the average person too much credit on their intelligence, and nobody actually read the secondary part where they like had a heartfelt message of trying to, you know, get women into the workforce. No, people were just immediately pissed. And then who could forget December 9th, 2024, right after the man that assassinated the healthcare CEO was captured after being identified by a McDonald's worker. Burger King allegedly tweeted, "We don't snitch.
This motherfucker don't miss."
Now, in Burger
Hold on.
Burger King allegedly tweeted,
I was trying to read what was typed above. Okay.
"We don't snitch.
This motherfucker don't miss."
Now, in Burger King's defense, that's not a real tweet, and they didn't actually tweet that. That was fabricated and then spread all over the internet after the fact. However, the fact that a lot of people had to go online and verify that that was a fake tweet speaks volumes. Which brings us to the Burger King scandals, because let's face it, you can't troll this hard and be this savage on the internet and not go a little bit too far every once in a while, and they've done it. In 2009, they had the Whopper Sacrifice campaign, and you could literally download an app on your phone that would integrate with Facebook, and you could pick 10 people to delete off your friends list. And if you did it, it would send a message to that friend that you unfriended, and it would be like, you just got sacrificed for a Whopper, and then after you did that 10 times, you would get a coupon for a free Whopper. Apparently, a bunch of people got really mad about this. Personally, I think that's absolutely hilarious. If you're gonna get mad at me because I unfriended you on Facebook,
it's kind of funny, but it's not something I would actively engage in. If I unfriend you, it's either because actually, I don't even go on Facebook anymore, really. So, I still have one, but I don't.
Facebook to get a free Whopper and you're not understanding. Honestly, I don't know why we're friends to begin with in the first place. Okay, back when I did have Facebook, I would unfriend the best man in my wedding every year on his birthday and then re-add him the next day for no other reason that it was funny, okay? If you incentivized me with free Whoppers, I'd do it every day. And guess what? You would laugh every single day because that shit's funny. But this pales in comparison to their biggest scandal ever. In 2018, it was the Russian Soccer World Cup, and a Burger King franchise in Russia advertised and offered up $47,000.
I don't know if you'll read it, so I'm going to read it. As part of its social responsibility, Burger King has appointed a reward for girls who get pregnant by world football stars. Each will receive 3 million rubles and a lifetime supply of Whoppers. The girls who manage to get the best football genes will lay the foundation for the success of the Russian national team for several generations to come. Go ahead, we believe in you. Holy crap. Wow. Oh.
In cash and a lifetime supply of free Whoppers to any woman that would get impregnated by a World Cup soccer player. This was to, and I quote, get the best football genes and lay down the success of the Russian national football team. Now, on one hand, is that funny? My lawyer told me that I have to say no. On the other hand,
I don't have a lawyer. I will say, yeah, that is funny as a troll.
could you imagine some Russian woman getting knocked up by a football player and immediately calling JG Wentworth?
It's my money and I need it now!
And the craziest part about all this is that people weren't actually mad that Burger King was essentially incentivizing women to become gold diggers for Whoppers. No, the public outcry was essentially saying that this promotion excluded women that weren't capable of bearing children. No, I'm just fucking with you. But the fact that I had you going for that long speaks volumes of the world that we live in today. So yeah, in conclusion, that is Burger King in a nutshell. They were basically founded to troll McDonald's, and now they just fuck with everybody for fun and sell hamburgers on the side. Is it a good business model? One that I would recommend? recommend that you pursue? Probably not, but also, I'm here for it. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Yeah, that was a bit of a roller coaster there.
You guys got to quit sending me memes. I don't think I'm mature enough to handle the internet.
Well, this video came out a few months ago, and you talk about not being mature enough on the internet. You're helping to take down a school system for corruption, so. And memes are helping to pave the way for that. So, all right. I really want to see that one there, that one video about Togo at some point. Here, what time is it? 33. I will catch up. But anyways, that was a funny video. Like, there's never a video where there's not something that's just some great hilarity to be discussed in relation to any of the stories he tells. Even the more serious ones, like his military videos. But just seeing all these companies just have troll moments, you know, it's just like, again, I don't think he's done a Wendy's video yet, but I can see it coming soon. I see it coming in the future. But yeah, so far, what do I think's been the funniest of these Fat Files videos? Maybe the Taco Bell one's still funnier. But which place would I rather go to? I don't know. It's going to depend on mood. Because I'll go to just about any one of those. But Spooter. Okay. So obviously McDonald's didn't get brought up too terribly much on their business side of things as far as their history, other than them being the target of Burger King. So I'm curious to see when he will do a McDonald's video, because I can see it. I see it coming at this point. Like, he's done one on Taco Bell. He's done one on Burger King. He's done one on Chick-fil-A. He's done one on... Oh my gosh, what other ones has he done? I don't know. Brain fried. Can't think. Got other stuff I gotta react to right now to play catch up. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here, but this was a good video. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed, comment what your favorite part of this reaction was, subscribe if you're new, and tap the bell to get notified when I upload a video so you miss a reactions gameplay. Otherwise, for me, also go check out my Discord. Link is in the description. Come join while we talk. Post memes, songs, videos, artwork. You can start promote your own stuff and just have some fun. This has been Lance Carbahawk 30, signing off.